Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Shane Connary joins us now, and he is with Friends of Vail Mountain Rescue. We just talked to Dan Smith about Mountain Rescue's recent missions. Now we're going to learn more about the fundraising side of this. And Shane, this is a big part of what you guys are doing and why you guys formed this group. This is an all-volunteer run organization, so in addition to people's day jobs and all the training and then the actual missions, when they had to do a fundraiser on top of that, it just got to the point where, you know what, we need to do this a different way.
Absolutely, absolutely. As Dan has told in the past, about 100 missions a year, and then training once a week or so, and it got too much. So a group of individuals out in the community formed Friends of Mountain Rescue. And what Friends does is they're the heavy lifting on the fundraiser side. So whether it's community events in Eagle or Vail or the Sunday farmers markets in Vail where we have a booth, they're the people that man that booth in those events. And the fundraiser itself is really an endowment that we're trying to do. And so it's a $2 million endowment. And we're 40% of the way there, so we've got $800,000. And the endowment is going to the shortfall that we have from what we receive from government funds.
Yes.
So each year we have about $60,000 to $100,000 in a gap that we need to cover. And that's what that endowment would do in perpetuity to keep us going. And it's everything from snowmobile equipment to snowmobiles, to trucks, to carabiners and ropes and all that equipment that's not the personal equipment that Dan talked about.
Okay, yeah, and you know what, those old machines especially, they can tend to break down. That can be very expensive to fix or to replace, so It's good to know that they're getting support from you guys, but also getting support from the community and even visitors who have been helped by Vail Mountain Rescue. You had a young gentleman from Australia recently rescued. Tell us about this.
Right, and so Fergus was skiing at Vail, and he went out of bounds and thought he could just cut quickly back onto the mountain, and it didn't work out so well. So we found him late at night, and he wrote a very nice thank you letter to the Friends organization. He said, I'm a 19-year-old from Australia who is holidaying in Colorado with my family. On 18 January, I mistakenly skied off-piste and was consequently lost from around 12 p.m. After struggling in the snow for about 5 hours, the sun began to set, and I decided to seek shelter in a nearby creek. I was prepared to stay there until morning and did not expect to be found until then. Thankfully, around 11 p.m., I was rescued by two friendly, committed members of your organization who immediately offered me dry gloves, food, water, and even carried some of my valuables for me. I'm extremely grateful for this and would like to extend my sincerest gratitude. Once rescued, I was navigated down the trail where I was met by the rest of the team on skidoos. I was then taken back to the nearby town of Redcliffe and eventually returned to my family in Vail with little damage to my health. While I was missing, your wonderful organization comforted my distraught family, offering them support, updating, and counseling. I owe my life to your organization and cannot thank you enough for your tireless effort that each member displayed in both saving me, supporting my family, and through the experience. My sincerest regards, Fergus.
Oh, that's so nice.
So this was a good news story, right? Someone that did something that maybe they weren't prepared for, but in the end they came out all right, and their family was supported. So that was free. There was no charge to Fergus.
There's no charge for this.
But we still need to cover that shortfall. So if folks can go to vailmountainrescue.org, there's a Friends link to it, and they can make donations there.
Okay, yes, if you love the backcountry, if you love even just hiking on a nice hike in the summertime, you know, it all starts out with a nice sunny day and then something might happen. It's good to just check in with this group and find out what they need. There's a nice community matching fund going on right now, and we can get some more details from it. So, well, thanks so much, Shane, for coming on today, sharing that story from Fergus, and helping us learn more about Friends of Vail Mountain Rescue.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right, we're going to take it over to Mark Sassy right now. He has some weather details for your day today, President's Day holiday. Do you have the day off? Hopefully you can go up and ski.